good afternoon to you. I'm Esmeralda Matambashaya.
I'm Liz Spencer, coming at you hard with politics.
A warm welcome, beloved viewers. I'm Kudzai Mshayembe.
Now today we're going to try something a little different. For this news hour only, my colleagues and I invite you to call in and share with us some of your views on the most pressing issues facing us as a nation today.
We're going to take a short commercial break, but when we come back, prepare yourselves for some insightful, fruitful debate.
And you're off the air.
Right. I think there are some things that we ought to discuss. Fancy a cappuccino, Kudzi?
Oh, I don't mind if I do. I don't mind if I do, ladies. Come on. Who's buying? Olofweni Foundation of Spiritual Believers in His Divine Majesty's Manifestations Incorporated, we have regional understudies that are there to provide spiritual guidance for your life.
Thank you for visiting us, my daughter.
You're most welcome, Papa.
It's okay. Before you go, allow us to just bless your journey ahead. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, bless our daughter and her journey ahead.
Amen.
May her pace be strengthened sufficiently to bribe all officers of the law at the roadblocks.
Amen.
Bless her with the long-lasting Brazilian hair. And may the cream of your love lighten her complexion so that she may go to that job interview on Wednesday. May she be upgraded from side chick to fully fledged housewife, Lord. And may her online banking abilities be swift and nimble so she transfers payment for this session directly to our Lordship, Pastor Olufuweni's anonymous offshore bank account. Amen. And amen.
At the Olofweni Foundation of Spiritual Believers in His Divine Majesty's Manifestations Incorporated, we believe in helping you. So book us now for your personalized prayers and receive the winning lottery numbers free from one of our established diviners. The Olofweni Foundation of Spiritual Believers in His Majesty's Divine Manifestations Incorporated. Your money together to make the devil pay. Glory!
And you're on air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to our special phone-in segment where we let you have your say. I believe we already have a caller on the line. You're live on Zambezi News, baby.
Oh, Esmeralda, since you and Liz have been on air, I watched the program on repeat. It is definitely top-of-the-line newscasting. Thank you, ladies, so much. Keep the facts rolling, and for getting rid of those idiots. Well, at least 2 of them.
I believe that you shall be my wife. Soon as I get a job, I am coming to pay dowry for you. Yeah, you too, Lizzie. You ladies are really turning up the heat.
Well, that's nice, but don't you have any kind words for Kudzaisha as well?
I guess she is also okay. I can recommend her to my blind brother-in-law. That's the best I can
Well,
do.
sir, we wanted to discuss the deeper issues in this segment. Care to share some insights from your end?
No. My pastor told me to stay away from politics and keep my crying in the church. But I'm serious about that dowry, ladies.
Well, thank you for your compliments. But we are here to discuss those hot potato issues that your pastor shies away from.
Next caller, please.
I think Mondavi and his sidekick should come back where they belong. A recent survey shows that the show's ratings have dropped by 100,000%. They are the darlings of the newsroom. But you can stick around to make scones and biscuits for them whenever they so wish.
Well, thank you for that. You're absolutely right, Mondavi. And how is scrubbing the toilets treating you?
I hate it. I mean, I'm sure he hates it. It's not me calling.
Wow, that was a complete train smash. One horny suitor and one groveling old man makes for some serious debating.
But they do make for some pretty entertaining stuff. We go across now to Kevy Kev with a special, live from the park.
What's up, bones? Welcome to Kevy Kev's lifestyle section here live in the park. The park is traditionally a place for fancy shit, like picnics. Not with bologna sandwiches, but with the real shit. The park is also a place for concerts, jazz, dancehall, you name it. The park is also a place for feeding the ducks. But in our country, the park is much more than that. It's a rich resource center. If you're the peeps from the employment index and wanting to calculate figures, then just stroll down here, isn't? Or if you're just looking for labor, skilled, unskilled, with any qualifications, just lying around, waiting for a job. From rocket scientists to dishwashers, from general pickpockets to hardened alleyway-dwelling criminals. Just stroll here and take your pick. This is the nation's job center. Hey, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm happy to have a job. Anyway, let me go feed the ducks, isn't? As long as these unemployed owns haven't killed and eaten all the items. Fucking menses.
Never a dull moment with Kevy Kev. Really knows how to get to the crux of the matter. We live in a country where men like Kevy Kev have gainful employment and rocket scientists are put out to pasture. Go figure.
We now cross over to another brand new segment as we break with the old and introduce the new. Here is Crime Watch with Widzo.
Good evening and welcome to the new Crime Watch program with Widzo himself, Widzo Systematics. Don't worry, I will present the weather later. It's always there, it's not going anywhere. Welcome now, however, to Crime Watch, the program where crime happens and Widzo watches. In today's episode, we caught a burglar and myself on camera. What you have just missed is the burglar scaling the razor-infested security wall. Watch now as he maneuvers around the slow but deadly hedge with expert ease. Definitely a seasoned professional. Oh, hands me his gun as he makes his final approach towards the security door. Utilizing the crowbar there. It's open and he's in. I haven't seen such an expert move since the great house robbery of '74 by the thieving genius Rob Masendende. Let's see what he brings out. He's got the TV and the owner's prized safari hat. Ha! Oh, shame. Oh, how did you do it? Around the hedge. Head is gone! My gosh, stroke of genius. Another brilliant robbery. So, put on your alarms or buy a gun or something. Either way, it's been Crime Watch with Widzo Systematics, where we don't just watch crime happen, we comment on it too. Later.
We now take you behind the scenes and give you a closer look at one of the country's most...
You're male.
underperforming ministers. If he was a stock exchange, he would be somewhere between North Korea and Cuba. This is Snuggle Up and Chat with Liz.
Good evening and welcome to Snuggle Up and Chat. I'm Liz Spencer. This evening with me, I've got the indefatigable, insurmountable Minister of Impending Projects. Many people are upset with the government, saying it's not providing enough jobs.
Yeah? I'd like to categorically deny those allegations. What was the question again?
Many people are upset with the government for not providing enough jobs.
Thank you for that question. That's a good question. You see, people don't understand the amount of employment that we provide. Every time before elections, we employ unemployable youths, and we pay them generously with the exotic herbs imported all the way from Jamaica. Yaman. And we encourage them to be friendly voting ambassadors in their communities. They play fun games where they frog march some people to the polling stations, and with others, they stop them from voting because they know they will vote in a silly way. This is employment.
That sounds about as relevant to employment as a skateboard does to the Pope. Fantastic. But Minister, people are saying that the government has failed to provide the millions of jobs that they promised in their manifesto. Come on, Minister.
I think people misread our manifesto. The small print clearly stated that we are going to provide the opportunity for millions of do-it-yourself jobs. And we have done this. Now there are countless opportunities for people to start up their own vending business, selling tomatoes, cigarettes, and other consumables. That is sovereignty, Nana.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gents. Why be in formal employment when you can be an informal trader? That is a lovely life.
So, what are you doing after this?
Not you.
Well, I've got a big car. A big car for a big man.
Tell me again what we're still doing here, Mondavi.
Well, according to the career guidance counselor and the numerous job interviews we were laughed out of, it appears we're not qualified for much, if anything at all. And every man needs gainful employment. And that's the determining factor as to why, in fact, we are still here.
Bloody hell, man. In my day, we didn't need these overinflated qualifications like O-levels. You just needed to be a man. You know, that's all, nothing else. Just being a boy child was good enough. Whatever happened to women being happy with hearth and home? They were the backbone of domesticity. Everything just made sense. It all just made sense.
These are dangerous times we live in, my friend. Trust no one. Everyone is afraid of the robots taking over, when the real threat has been living right next to us all along, sharing our beds, bearing our sons, cooking our meals, stripping for us, eating our money.
Good morning, lads. What a great day to be a newscaster, wouldn't you say? Ooh, you missed the spot, Mondavi. Jerome, the ladies must be beating down the doors to get with you. You know what they say about a man in uniform.
In the war, you would have been called a collaborator, you traitor.
When the revolution comes, you, my friend, shall be burnt at the stake with the rest of the witches.
Look around you, boys. The revolution is already here. This is the future, and I embrace it. I have never felt more appreciated and valuable as I do now. These women gave my life back to me. The only nice thing you ever did for me was making me that green tea of yours. Wait a minute. I don't recall huge chunks of my time after drinking that. I thought I was going crazy, when in fact, you were drugging me all along. Well, this is a new era, boys. A reversal of fortune. Pack your knives, you're fired. Auf Wiedersehen, you're out. Leave the master chef kitchen. Drops Mike, gets out of that bitch. What?
Do you really think this is it for us, old boy?
Of course not. We never die. We shall find ourselves back in our rightful position. And the only place those women will be on top again is in bed. There, that's acceptable.
They say that unemployment rates have reached astronomical levels. But today, as we explore the informal sector, we discover a new growing trend that is high-end vending. Come with me
as we dive into the fashionable underbelly.
Hello, Mr. Kefas Josfat. How are you doing? A very big welcome to you and the camera crew. Come in. Can I offer you some fake champagne?
Fake champagne? What is fake champagne and why?
Fake champagne is made from white grape juice, but today we made the grape juice from apples. As you know, there is a law against public drinking, and since my store is actually a structure, technically we're in the public space.
Yes, that was very informative. Yes, I will have a glass of fake champagne / white grape juice made from apples. Yes. Can you explain to our viewers what exactly is high-end vending?
As you know, there are not many opportunities to have real work, and my education is limited to just a few diplomas. I thought to myself, I don't want to be just a boring old vendor. So I said to myself, how can I set myself apart? High-end vending, where we give the customer a luxurious shopping experience. And this means we can hike up the price just a little bit. So we offer them free drinks, a chair where they can sit and relax on, but here's the best part. We have modelers for you to see wearing the clothes. Yeah, very good business. I want to start a franchise. Yeah, business is booming. 3 major stores in the heart of the city center. One in a leafy suburb and another in the dusty, not so leafy suburb. Yeah, very successful. And the great thing is there is no business tax, because technically this is not a real business. Yeah, there are some perks to informal work. So all of us here don't have to pay taxes, water bills, rentals, electricity, because this is not a real business. How lucky are we? Lucky, ka?
How lucky indeed. I am Kefas Josfat, reporting live in the capital with a glass of fake champagne / white grape juice made from apples. Cheers.
Can you believe the increased spike in ratings? Finally, all our hard work is paying off.
Yeah, it's amazing just how much people want to hear the truth. I mean, introducing social media has really improved the popularity of our show.
And I can't believe that I was voted Vanu's sexiest man alive. All my dreams are coming true. A toast to new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
Don't get used to this. It won't be long before things are restored back into their natural order.
Oh, relax, Mondavi. Have a glass, take a load off, and admit that all your plans to sabotage us have been a resounding failure, like your hairdo.
I don't believe in failure. I'd leave my sexy afro out of this.
Really? Well, that's quite curious, because it seems to me that moving from being a news anchor to a janitor, well, it's a step down towards the basement and the sewers and the frogs.
It's called pursuing a simpler way of life, people. Mondavi and I are just taking a well-deserved break and living life on Easy Street for a while. We've earned the right to rest on our laurels.
Well, That is wonderful to hear, because I think you will be surprised and delighted by the new segment that we're introducing today.
What new section?
Oh, you'll see.
In a bid to be more inclusive and to unite people in a more continental identity, we're introducing a new segment entitled A Nation's Appreciation.
In this segment, we will take you to the different countries in Africa and show you the way of life in these parts and educate you a little on our fellow brothers and sisters across the continent.
The first country we'll be looking at is none other than Malawi.
Malawi.
Malawi has a special place in our hearts as one of our former colleagues, Mondavi, is from there. And joining us later in the studio today is his very Malawian brother, Petros Mondavi, who has many wonderful things to share about the country that he calls home. Petros has been so helpful towards our research of Malawi that he's given us amazing family pictures taken around the wonderful sights of Malawi. With this, we have created a little photo story for you to look at before the interview. Enjoy.
That's a spot of bad luck, old friend. I mean, those ladies really know how to drive the nail hard and fast into the coffin. The bloody mercenaries.
That's it. I've had it. We have to make a plan, Jerome. Things can't continue the way they are. I mean, this fake Malawi business they're airing. Never even heard of Petros in my life.
Well, to be fair, he is your brother.
That's neither here nor there.
But you're right, Mondavi. We can't continue like this. We cannot.
Mercenaries.
Huh?
We need to hire mercenaries to help us get back the station. In my day, I've organized a few coups d'etats, and I've always enlisted the help of my good friends, the mercenaries, in order to ensure success.
By Jove, Mondavi, you've got it. We can go back to being large and in charge once again. Our faces will grace billboards. We'll be invited again for tea and cucumber sandwiches at the Minister of Impending Projects mansion. Oh, and invitations to his Great Gatsby parties. I've missed those.
The minister does throw excellent parties. Any kind of meat, you name it, it's there. The rhino balls are my favorite.
Delicious. I'm salivating just thinking of them.
So it's settled then. Off to the mercenaries so they can bring back our rhino balls.
Today in our sports report, we ask the hard questions about hockey. What is the sport? Is it ice hockey on a melted field? What does global warming have to do with it? Or is hockey just cricket that is played by girls with deformed cricket bats?
Or is Kudzaishe just a sexist midget who doesn't understand hockey? We would like to thank you for joining us today at Zambezi News, where we give you the news like an important text message that rings extremely loudly. And if you don't answer it, we can send it to you via WhatsApp.
Thank you for joining us. Toodles!
You want us to take care of those girls for you?
What do you mean exactly, take care of them?
Standard practice, psychological, Chinese water torture, sleep deprivation, sensory deprivation, threats of violence, freaky.
Physical, Chinese water torture, love that one. Fits into both categories. Force feeding, ladies hate that, huh? And then there's also tooth extraction, kneecapping, castration, choking. Listen, the more you guys pay, the more we can offer, huh?
Yeah, well, everything sounds, and we don't want to physically hurt the girls, so...
Yeah, look, we'll be in touch.
Yeah. You're lost, Chinese.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Fricky. Cheers, Yaku. Cheers, guys.
Are you out of your mind, Mondavi?
I'd forgotten how enthusiastic and overzealous the Smith brothers could be. Hey, tell me something. Where are we?
Well, they drove us to this place, didn't they?
That was a 2-hour drive.
Shitting hell!